This is a Fox News alert. Articles of impeachment delivered on Lisa Brady. It's the next step in a Republican-led effort to oust Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas, who was impeached by the House in February. Those charges walked over to the Senate by the House impeachment managers just a short time ago.
Resolved that Alejandro Nicolas Mayorkas, Secretary of Homeland Security of the United States of America, is impeached for high crimes and misdemeanors.
House impeachment manager Mark Green reading the charges, including willfully violating immigration laws. Fox's Chad Pergram on Capitol Hill.
This is a scene not witnessed on Capitol Hill in 148 years. The Senate asked by the House to sit in judgment of a cabinet secretary. Clay Higgins of Louisiana will prosecute the case before the Senate.
Secretary Mayorkas has not only betrayed the trust of the American people, his service as secretary has left a scar on our nation's soul that may never be removed.
It's a split screen for Mayorkas. He testified this morning before the very committee which impeached him. Republicans are now pushing Democrats to conduct a full trial, but Democrats suggest they may terminate the trial almost as quickly as it began.
The Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer says impeachment shouldn't be used to settle a policy dispute. Pro-Palestinian protesters sending a message to President Biden in Pennsylvania.
Stop funding genocide. President Biden, you can't hide.
This as the president kicks off 3 days of campaigning in the battleground state, beginning in his hometown, Scranton.
I learned that no one's looking for a handout. All anybody wants is a fair shot at making, and they deserve a fair shot.
Contrasting his tax policies with former President Trump today, while the former president is back in a New York courtroom for day 2 of his hush money-related trial, where many potential jurors have been dismissed so far, some with scheduling issues, others saying they can't be impartial. America is listening to Fox News.
When you use Bounce dryer sheets and your clothes look amazing, it's the sheet. Less static in your life? Yeah, it's the sheet. Smelling fresher than ever? It's the sheet. Oh, so soft fabric? Ooh la la. It's the sheet. Less wrinkles on your clothes? You know it's the sheet. Bounce dryer sheets. More freshness, more softness. Less static, less wrinkles. It's the sheet.
You can host the best backyard barbecue when you find a professional on Angie to make your backyard the best around. Connect with skilled professionals to get all your home projects done well. Inside to outside, repairs to renovations. Get started on the Angie app or visit Angie.com today. You can do this when you Angie that.
A national maker of weed killers is hoping states will pass laws to protect the company from costly health claims.
Chemical product maker Bayer is helping 3 states, Idaho, Iowa, and Missouri, craft legislation that could shield it from lawsuits that claim its products cause cancer. One particular Bayer herbicide, Roundup, has been the focus of thousands of claims, which have cost Bayer about $10 billion. Iowa Republican Governor Kim Reynolds says among the reasons the law is needed is because an Iowa town that makes Roundup could lose jobs if the product is discontinued. While the EPA says Roundup is safe to use, critics are uncertain, citing asbestos and opioids, which are widely used, but still dangerous. Gernal Scott, Fox News.
Clarification about a court ruling today against West Virginia's transgender sports ban. The Associated Press had reported the ban was overturned over Title IX concerns. Well, they've just issued a correction. The ruling is that the ban discriminates against a teen athlete who's 13, has been taking puberty blockers, and is publicly identified as a girl since 3rd grade. A Hall of Fame baseball manager has died.
8 years a major league player, 18 years a big league manager, Whitey Herzog, who won the 1982 World Series with the St. Louis Cardinals, has died at age 92. He played from 1956 to 63, became a scout, a coach, a director of player development with the Mets, with whom he won a World Series in 1969. 4 years later, he was manager of the Texas Rangers, then the California Angels, and the Kansas City Royals, who Herzog led to the team's first 3 division titles. Took over the Cardinals in 1980, and 2 years later was a World Series champ. Led St. Louis to 3 National League pennants.
Fox's Jared Max. Whitey Herzog was 92. He attended the Cardinals home opener less than 2 weeks ago. Stocks turning higher. The Dow's up 156. I'm Lisa Brady, Fox News.
In one.
Good afternoon. I'm Andrea Drake, and this is local and regional news from the Sierra Radio Net Newsroom on 93 JDX Susanville and News Talk Sports 1240. Here's what's happening. Plumas County Human Resources Director Nancy Selvage is facing a jury trial on 3 felony counts related to her actions as a department head in May of 2022. Visiting Judge Raymond Giordano determined during an April 9th preliminary hearing that there was enough evidence to proceed with the trial. The charges stem from Selvage's involvement in recommending and obtaining pay increases for herself and other department heads, which the prosecution argues constitutes a conflict of interest under California law. The hearing focused on Selvage's role in advocating for the pay raises, especially her own substantial increase of 43%. The prosecution presented evidence suggesting that Selvage's actions violated laws against serving conflicting interest and obtaining money under false pretenses. They argued that Selvage failed to provide necessary information to the supervisors in backdated documents to cover up her actions. Selvage's defense attorney Robert Burns countered by emphasizing that Selvage was following the directives of the county supervisors and provided the requested information. He argued that the responsibility ultimately rested with the supervisors who approved the raises without fully scrutinizing the details. Key testimony came from witnesses including former county supervisor Sherry Thrall, who expressed confidence in Selvage but admitted to not fully examining the details of the proposed raises. Another witness, investigator Jessica Bately, provided evidence that documents presented by Selvage were backdated, potentially to conceal the timing of their preparation. After considering the evidence, Judge Giordano ruled that there was enough grounds to proceed to trial on all 3 felony charges. Selvage's next court appearance is scheduled for June 14th in the Plumas County Superior Courtroom. Lassen County is launching an I Voted sticker contest in collaboration with the probation department in an effort to engage the community and encourage civic participation, especially among the youth. The contest aims to showcase the artistic talents of students while promoting voter turnout in the upcoming elections. Following the March 5th primary, the deputy clerk recorder said voter turnout was not great in a report to the Board of Supervisors, noting 47% of registered voters did cast their ballots, yet did add this is typical for a primary. The I Voter sticker contest is open to all students in grades 6 to 12 within Lassen County. The competition invites students to design a new look for the standard I Voted sticker, and division winners will be receiving a gift card and the honor of seeing their designs featured on the stickers distributed during the upcoming election cycle. Contest packets are available on the county's website or in the clerk recorder's office. Drawings can be submitted either to the Lassen County offices located at 220 South Lassen Street or to the probation department on Riverside Drive. The deadline for submissions is set for May 31st. In today's upcoming board meeting, the Lassen County supervisors are set to tackle several issues ranging from behavioral health to regional planning. I'll have all those details coming up for you and more local news on 93 JDX 1240 KSUE.
I'll never get these bills paid. Who has time? I have work, the kids' soccer practice, yoga, and...
Relax. Go to cityofsusanville.net and click I Want To, then pay utilities.
Really? Hey, you're right. Done.
I told you it was easy. Cityofsusanville.net not only makes bill paying easy, but has great tips on water conservation, an event calendar, and info for all city parks and facilities. Next time, remember, cityofsusanville.net.
I don't feel like rubbing your back. Set your phone to vibrate, lay it on your back, and I'll call you. Back pain doesn't just affect you, but everyone around you. A common complaint is low back, hip, tailbone, and leg pain. It's frustrating when you tried most everything, maybe even a vibrating phone, and it still won't go away. Too often the cause of your pain is not in the back at all, but in a tight pelvic muscle, and once it is relieved, your low back, hip, and tailbone pain will go away. Are you suffering from pain in any or all of these areas? There are several things that can cause it. It's time to stop guessing and relying on temporary relief, and time to find the actual cause of your pain. At Susanville Chiropractic, our goal is to do just that. Find it and fix it. Call 530-257-7751, and let's get to the bottom of this.
It's preschool roundup time, and we're taking applications for child enrollment for the 24-25 program year. Sierra Cascade Family Opportunities Early Childhood Development Program invites you to join us on Friday, April 26th from 2 to 5 p.m. at your local SCFO Head Start or State Preschool Center for a preschool roundup and open house. Bring your 3- and 4-year-old children to tour our classrooms, meet teachers, and apply for free preschool services for the 24-25 school year. You will need to bring proof of family size, up-to-date immunization records, proof of address, and income documentation if applicable. Children must be 3 on or before September 1st, 2024, and are not required to be potty trained. For the address of the SCFO classroom closest to you, please visit our website at www.headstartforyou.org. That's www.headstartnumber4u.org. If you have questions or to schedule a different time to complete an application, call us at 800-404-1242. We look forward to seeing you on Friday, April 26th from 2 to 5 for the preschool roundup.
Local news on 93 JDX 1240 KSUE. In today's upcoming board meeting, the Lassen County supervisors are set to tackle several issues ranging from behavioral health to regional planning. Here's a look at those top key agenda items. Behavioral health amendment is looking to make an agreement with A&A Health Services totaling $200,000 for a 2-year period, which has aimed to enhance residential care facilities. The supervisors will also hear an update on the Community Social Services CalSIP, which is CalWorks System Improvement Plan report. This report outlines improvements and strategies to enhance social services within the community. If approved, it will be submitted to the state. Another crucial topic before the supervisors is transparency. The board will get a presentation on streaming public meetings, an initiative brought forth because the service is not currently offered to the community through the county, and as the supervisors look to move into their newly renovated chambers in the historic courthouse. Lastly, the supervisors will address proposals received for the regional area plan update. This plan focuses on areas such as the Susanville vicinity, Johnstonville, Richmond, Gold Run, and other communities not currently covered by an area plan, including Lake Forest. If the board chooses to proceed, the cost would range from around $480,000 to $1.25 million over 2 fiscal years. The board will receive the proposals and provide direction to staff on how to proceed. The board does meet at 9 a.m. in their chambers on Nevada Street in Susanville. The California Highway Patrol is making it easier for you to get crash reports after an accident. With the launch of this latest initiative, the online crash portal allows you to get digital copies of your crash reports at no cost. The CHP says you can simply visit the online portal website, utilize the QR code provided on the crash card given to you by CHP officers at the scene of the accident. This streamlined approach aims to expedite the process and ensure that you can obtain the necessary information efficiently. To further assist you in navigating that online crash portal, a video guide has been made available. It does provide a quick overview and step-by-step instructions on how to navigate the platform and retrieve your crash reports without any complications. The introduction of the online crash portal marks a significant milestone for the California Highway Patrol, which continues to leverage technology to enhance public service. And that is what's happening this morning from your only local news radio, keeping you informed and connected to your communities throughout Lassen, Plumas, and Sierra counties.
Northeast California weather.
Mostly sunny today, highs near 70, overnight lows dropping down to about 38. Tomorrow, another mostly sunny day, highs slightly cooler around 68 degrees, overnight lows in the upper 30s, and then 72 and sunny for your Thursday. And continued warming trend into the weekend. All your weather updates heard right here throughout your day, as well as while you're on the go through our app, Sierra Daily News. Also found on our website, SierraDailyNews.com, our obituaries provided by Fink's Funeral Home. All new announcements will be heard here each weekday following your news at noon. And we've streamlined the process for you to submit an obituary if you do wish to have one read on air. Visit SierraDailyNews.com, click on the obituaries tab, and submit obituary. Those are your updates for this Tuesday afternoon from the Sierra Radio Network newsroom. I'm Andrea Drake. More local and regional news coming up on Live at 5 with your hosts, Amanda and Aaron. Coming up next is your checkup on health, then more of Sierra's Best Country on 93 JDX and Fox Across America, Jimmy Fela on 1240 KSUE.
Spring has sprung, and that means it's time to plan for your summer road trips. With Carlson's Tire Pros by your side, your vehicle will be ready to see the mountains, beaches, and everything in between. With Carlson's Tire Pros' full line of Michelin tires and products, you'll have the peace of mind to hit that road no matter what you drive. Visit in-store in Susanville or online at carlsonstirepros.com. Tire Pros. Love the drive.
Providers and staff at Northeastern Rural Health Clinic would like to remind you to schedule your annual wellness exam. Seeing your medical provider for regular checkups and lab work helps to better manage health problems and even prevent many health problems. Most insurance will be covered for the full cost of the exam. Call today to schedule your annual wellness exam. If you are a patient at Northeastern or Westwood Family Practice and have no insurance, ask about our sliding fee and discount lab programs to see if you qualify. Call Northeastern Health Clinic at 251-5000 to schedule your exam today. That number again is 251-5000. A service of Northeastern Rural Health Clinic, where quality health care is your choice and our commitment.
Check up on health with Chris Whitting.
Do you need to check with your doctor before beginning an exercise regimen? One of the world's top exercise researchers, Dr. Linda Pescatello, Distinguished Professor of Kinesiology at the University of Connecticut, says probably not.
I was fortunate enough to be on a scientific roundtable sponsored by the American College of Sports Medicine, in which our panel of experts agreed that the need for medical clearance be reduced unless a person presents with signs or symptoms of disease or has a change in their medical status, and that most people can begin exercising at light to moderate intensity. So medical clearance in and of itself should not be a deterrent to get people up and exercising.
With Checkup on Health, I'm Chris Whitting.
The smarter way to clean your floors. It's time to make the swap. Swiffer Power Mop.
Introducing the new Swiffer Power Mop, the all-in-one tool that gives you a mop and bucket clean in half the time. The solution's built right in, so no heavy bucket, and the pad has hundreds of scrubbing strips to get deep into grout. Don't mop harder, mop smarter.
Swiffer Power Mop. Swiffer Power Mop.
Do you hear that? Asthma triggers are everywhere, from dust mites, pet dander, and pollen, to smog and smoke. An asthma attack can strike anywhere, anytime. Be prepared with quick-acting Primatene Mist. Clinically proven to open airways quickly. It's the #1 FDA-approved asthma inhaler available over the counter. Primatene Mist. Breathe easy again. Use as directed.
Don't worry, we got you covered. More of Fox Across America coming up on KSUE Susanville. Yet they charge the guy anyway. Okay, when you pay attention to the crimes and you realize they're being charged on a level where there's no victim, okay, you realize that there is a victim, and it's the American people, because people are losing faith in our justice system, and we all suffer as a consequence of that. But that's what's happening in Lower Manhattan right now. And they love it on the left because they can crow about Trump being on trial, which is a lot more convenient than crowing about what's actually happening to the country in this moment. You know, I'm going to give you, when we come back from break, I'm going to give you an exchange between Ducey and John Kirby yesterday about the Middle East. Okay, so in the Middle East, as you know, we're paying Iran, the biggest state sponsor of terrorism in the world, tens of billions of dollars.
That's stupid. Use your common sense.
And, of course, they're using it to subsidize proxies who attack us and our allies in the region. Well, the other night, they launched the attacks themselves. And, yes, we successfully shot down a lot of the missiles. Okay, but the reality is we're only in this position because we're paying them to shoot at us. Okay, that is a weapons-grade stupid, a staggering level of incompetence. Okay, that if we're discussing it on a national level, okay, if we're talking about the indifference to the human suffering caused at the border, if we're talking about the indifference where the White House tells you the economy's fine, shut up, you don't know what you're talking about, when you have less money and the goods cost more and you're making less, okay, if we're having that honest conversation, these people don't have another 4 minutes in office, let alone another 4 years. So the Trump trial is a convenient diversion, but that diversion might just come back to bite them, because if they pay attention too much, they're going to realize what's really going on in this country, none of which is Trump's fault.
And I'm out here in the real world, and I know what's right or wrong or bullshit.
You're listening to the most addictive show on the radio.
This is crack, rock cocaine. It isn't glamorous or cool or kid stuff.
This is Fox Across